Thanks for staying with us right here on Sunrise as we continued this morning. Now, many individuals face the aftermath of having lost their jobs along with social impact that retrenchments have on society. Now, with a volatile economy, more job cuts may be likely, and protecting yourself against the financial implications of retrenchment may be something you may want to look at. Now, this morning, we are delving further into this along with giving you some answers to questions you might have. And joining us to help understand this is certified financial planner and professional, that's Gerald Mwandambira. Remember, to be part of our conversation, you can give us a call on 011 447 1742 or 011 447 1620. Comments are also welcome on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Gerald, good morning and thanks for joining us this morning. Is there a way to protect yourself against financial implications of retrenchment?
Indeed, retrenchment is a really traumatic experience, and once you've been through it, you realize that it affects everything in your life, but mostly it affects your finances. And if you are currently employed and not facing retrenchment, there are various steps you can take to protect yourself from a future retrenchment. And these steps include taking out a specific policy, which is normally part of a life insurance policy called a retrenchment policy. And this basically will give you income for various periods ranging from 12 to 36 months, which will allow you to recover, get new employment, and protect your name in terms of your financial contracts. These policies are commonly available from the assurers, whether it's the Big M, the Blue Flame, the Christmas tree, whichever one you prefer, what flavor. Talk to a CFP professional and they will basically guide you through this policy. The most important thing is that you cannot take out retrenchment cover when you know you're going to be retrenched, and there's normally a waiting period of a year before you can take out this policy, and you need to have been employed normally for 2 years before you take out this policy.
Okay, so the big question for a lot of people is those who says, okay, I've been paying money towards a pension or some savings of some sort, or there's company benefits. Is it advisable to cash out that money?
Definitely not. Money for your retirement penny is for exactly that, your retirement. So you need to be planning ahead. Normally, it's advisable to put that money into a preserver policy or preserver fund to preserve that money until you retire. Remember, retirement age in South Africa is 55. Most people tend to prefer to retire at 65. The one thing you can do, though, is tap into the Unemployment Insurance Fund, the UIF. And you need to fill in a UI-19 form, UI-19 form, and that allows you to claim uninsurance fund cover, which represents income replacement of between 38% and 60% of what you were earning, up to a maximum of 14,872 rand. So that is money which the government will allow you to draw on. It's an insurance fund which every employee pays every month, so you can draw income for up to a year, and this money can help you. The problem is that most people who get retrenched don't even approach the UIF, and they're currently sitting on a surplus of 126 billion rand.
But I mean, other question, does it depend on how long have you been employed for you to be able to claim with UIF?
No, Penny. As long as you have been employed and your employer has registered you for UIF, which is one of the requirements of the Department of Labor, you can claim from the UIF fund. Once you're claiming UIF, you now need to take various steps to protect yourself and your finances. One is go through all your policies. Check if you have those retrenchment policies already in place, if you have credit life, and most importantly, call your biggest creditors. So your home and your car loan, call the bank, tell them about the situation. And normally they are quite understanding, because retrenchment is unfortunately becoming more and more a part of our lives in South Africa.
Okay, so when it comes to severance packages, how does one calculate 1 week's salary? And why is the legal requirement at least 1 week's salary per year?
Okay, now severance packages are determined and defined by the Labor Relations Act. And basically, the standard is that you'll get 1 week's salary for every year worked. That is the standard. But normally when a company is about to retrench employees, they negotiate. So some companies will pay more than the 1 week per year worked. Because remember, when a company is retrenching you, they first have to demonstrate that it's for operational reasons and the company can't survive without doing it. Most companies do tend to give more. Some will give 2. I've seen some who give 4 or 5 weeks for every year worked. It's better that way, because if you've worked more, you actually get a bit more in terms of your severance package. But unfortunately, according to the law, yes, it is 1 week for every year worked.
So how does the taxes work in your retrenchment benefits?
Well, in terms of the taxes, there's various tax tables which are applied by SARS, and these are applicable when you withdraw or take out a lump sum cover. It's important at this point, again, to speak to your financial planning professional, because remember, Penny, this could be your lost money for a while. So you need to really plan ahead. You might need to do an audit of all your assets, you know, the things in your house which you might be able to get rid of to give you extra cash. The last thing you need to do is simply rush to pay off all your debts and say, I've paid off all my debts, because you don't know when your next income would come. So sometimes it's better to sit with a sober-minded financial planning professional who can help you. Sometimes you need to allocate some of that money to entrepreneurship or something which can allow you to generate income, because the biggest thing you lose when you are retrenched is your income.
Okay. Well, Gerald, we're going to have to leave it at that for today. For more information, they can go to askgerald.co.za. That was certified financial planner professional Gerald Wenavira talking to us this morning right here on the show. We're coming back, and we will be chatting to someone from Tiger Brands. They'll be giving us, of course, an insight from their point of view with the latest on the listeriosis outbreak. Do stay with us. It's Sunrise Live right here on ETV.